This is Councilman David O. and then Councilwoman Parker.
Thank you very much, Chairwoman. Good afternoon. I will have a number of questions. Some of them I know you cannot really answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway because I was expecting a representative of the SRC, Farah Jimenez, to be here. So if you can't answer it, that'll be fine. We'll just note it for the record, and when we see her, we'll ask her some questions.
Okay, thank you.
So the SRC is a creation of state act in which the governor gets 3 appointments and the mayor gets 2 appointments of 5-member body. Politically appointed, they need no qualifications of any particular nature. They don't have to have an education background, a management background, a finance background to be on this SRC board. And they were put in as a temporary measure when there was a takeover of the school district to satisfy Harrisburg that there was a watchdog to make sure the money Harrisburg was sending would be not misused and provided to finance a quality education in Philadelphia. Does that sound right to you?
That sounds reasonable to me.
Okay. We now have 3 members appointed by the governor and 2 from the last mayor, not this mayor, and their job primarily, I would think, would be to reform the school district, hence School Reform Commission, to the satisfaction of the governor in Harrisburg, the Senate, the House of Representatives, and the mayor of Philadelphia, so that a plan would be acceptable to all as to how will we increase the quality of education in a sustainable manner and ensure that the schools are adequately funded and that those underfunded schools throughout our neighborhoods have a plan of being upgraded to the same level as the best public schools in Philadelphia. That's what I think they should be doing. Do you think that's reasonable? Or you can say, I can't answer that. That's okay.
Well, I'll listen more and hear more of what you have to say.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what has the SRC done to get more money over these 5 years? Because every time I see the SRC, they're asking the city council to provide money to them. But what I'm saying is their job is to get money from Harrisburg. We have to take the money from the playgrounds, the recreation centers, the streets, returning citizens, literacy. We have to take that money to put it in the schools, which we have done, and I think it's more than $300 million. Every time we give money, and I think it's annually we give $350 million. So my question is, what is the SRC doing to convince Harrisburg that they have implemented a good system of education based on best practices, and that now the Senate majority, the House majority, and the minority, and the governor are all satisfied that we approve your plan, we fund this transition, we applaud your efforts, and we expect you to dissolve yourself in 5 or 10 years. Has that been done?
So I am very appreciative that you offered the opportunity for me to share that it is very likely that much has been done, but it's definitely
I don't think so. I'm going to interrupt you.
It's not a question that I can
answer.
I can detail, that I can outline, and I definitely think that that's a question that should be asked of a member of the SRC.
And where's the member of the SRC?
I'm very sorry that the member of the SRC that was expected to come today.
Farah Jimenez?
Yes.
Where is she?
Where is she?
Yes.
I don't know literally where she is right now, but she was not able to come today.
I understand she's not able to come, but where is she that she can't come here?
Would you like me to guess where she might be?
No, you're telling me you don't know because she didn't tell you where she is?
Oh, no, she did not tell me where she was.
Okay. How do we know she can't make it? She just, she's just not here?
Well, today happens to be our SRC meeting.
Right.
And our chair is not able to serve today. And I know that
So none of the
that
5
SRC
members are available to come here to answer these questions as we enter the budget process.
Well, what I was going to say is that I know that Ms. Jimenez is serving as the chair today, and so because today is in fact an SRC meeting, these dates, I mean, the hearing and the SRC meeting this evening happen to fall on the same day. So I know she's serving in that capacity today.
I understand the meeting is this evening.
The meeting is this evening, but throughout the day we have executive session.
Did she send notice to the chair of these committees that she's not available? Did she offer someone else to be here in her stead?
Yes, my understanding is that notice was sent that she was not going to be able to be here today.
Anybody get notice? Okay, I'm told we did not receive notice because notice was not provided to me. What I would like to inquire is that when the SRC begins to ask City Council to raise the taxes and to take money from other programs to provide to the schools, and this is not your fault. I know you're sitting there and I'm a little agitated, but I'm not agitated. You do a wonderful job. I would like to know 5 years of underfunding. The entity that gets money from Harrisburg is the SRC. The members were appointed for that purpose. We have had issues with the SRC saying they can't get more money. They can't ask for more money. But we have to raise taxes to get that money. And what I'm saying is the SRC needs to step up or dissolve themselves. There are best practices. They can implement best practices on their way out. I think that would be a wonderful thing for them to do if they're not up to task. In other words, get the money, put in a plan, talk to the Senate Majority Leader, the House Speaker of the House, the Senate, the House, Majority Leader, the Governor, get their approval. But I don't see that a plan has been advanced. I've never seen a plan. We are now in a crisis situation as a result of the recent judicial decision on charter schools not being capped. We're not going to have the money to fund this. What is the SRC's plan, and how serious are they? They haven't had a plan in 15 years. And they're coming here again, I know, to ask for some more money. My thing is, I need to know what they're doing to get money. And it's not just like knocking on the door. They have to have a transition plan. They have to have data. They have to have all that stuff. So here's another question.
Well, to your initial question, you're moving on to a new question?
Can you answer that question?
Well, the one thing I can assure you is that I will take the message back and I will deliver the message as you have indicated, and I took notes so that I can be as accurate as possible.
Thank you. I will ask the chair to recess, if she would be so kind, to the two chairs to recess. I'm sure they were going to anyway, and then we'll invite Ms. Jimenez or whomever back here to answer the questions. But it's not up to me. I don't want to overstep my bounds, chairwomen. But, I think eventually we're going to run into them when they come here to ask for funding. So, I just like to make sure they did their job before they put this on our shoulders. Inequity in the school. I love Mass Charter School. 3D printers, iPads, high-tech, everything. And it stands as an example of a public school. And then I look at every other public school that doesn't have a 3D printer, doesn't have computers, doesn't have iPads. And in a democratic process, every school should be somewhat equal. And I understand, hey, listen, that's true. Everybody believes it. You can't have these differences. I'm going to preach to the choir. You can't have these differences based on neighborhood. You can't have it that way. The SRC has to have a plan of not deteriorating good schools to try to feed poor schools, but to maintain the level of good schools and show us a plan of how these poor schools with no art, no music, no sports, how they get funded in a way that will raise them to the level of our best schools, our best public schools. Is there a plan? I would say no, but I'm asking, maybe there is.
I can share with you that what you describe as an inequity is in fact, and that it is in fact, when the superintendent says a quality school close to where each child lives, that's what he's speaking to. He's speaking to ending the inequity that exists across the district. And
I
think that's
have great
important to
respect
point
for our
that out.
superintendent. He does what he can with what he has. But I have got to get some money together, I suppose, or not. But the SRC, that's their primary job. They primarily are the appointees of Harrisburg. They have to convince those legislators from Lackawanna County, Cambria County,